here we are, the strongest team in Fairytale, created by Urza's initiative. And yeah, also Lucy had to tag along. Shane told her to accompany them to keep things civil.
Urza, Natsu, and Grey have all teamed up together. An amazing combination, huh?
One last thing, before I talk about the boring cliche and forgettable plot. Natsu wants to pick a fight with Urza. She defeated him before, as they were kids, and now Natsu wants a rematch.
I want a rematch when we get back to Fairy Tail.
What's wrong with you? You got some kind of death wish?
This ties into one of the better episodes of the franchise, so yeah. It's worth mentioning how Shauna is capable of forming a rivalry between opposing genders.
Why are you guys picking sides? I don't want either of them to lose!
Get into the spirit, Lucy.
The fact that Fairy Tail does not take itself serious is more or less an unintentional parody of itself. It gives the show so much creative freedom. It is able to take weird chances and build upon established anime stereotypes.
But I'll be okay, because I'm with the guild's strongest team. Urza, Grey, and Natsu have my back no matter what.
Alright, it's time for Urza to shine and showcase her beauty and physical prowess. We finally get to see her in action, as she's swinging blades to deal with multiple enemies. It's nice how humble and enchanted Lucy is as a spectator to her mighty beauty. Lucy is kind of violating Urza more by admiring her as a superior fighter and as a prettier woman.
Oh man! I think I'm in love!
Forget this! I'm out of here!
I would imagine he's going to look for Aragorn.
I said before that I consider Lucy to be my wife for now.
Without my stunning beauty, I'll be totally helpless! This is no time for daydreaming, Lucy!
Let's do this!
But a few years ago, Urza's color was on the top of my hot anime babe list. I mean, wow. I can still remember what I was spanking to. She's one hot Valkyrie.
Wow! You look just as awesome without your armor!
Is that so? Then perhaps I should walk around the guild like this.
Even her opponents are stunned by her beauty, and as soon as she changes her armor, guys are bewitched and incapacitated.
Whoa! Her armor's disappearing!
It's a talent that only she possesses. Oh, wow!
Urza gives more variations in her attire and weapons. Her strongest build being the samurai with a katana, which ironically has the least armor and a shorter blade. But hey, we get to see more of her skin, which definitely enhances her combat abilities.
It's the only way.
When Season 3 of Fairy Tail came out, her originality and appeal gets taken away by Lucy, who also is swapping outfits as she is summoning her celestial spirits.
Star Dress! Virgo form!
She transforms now?
In cowgirl style!
I guess even the writers went for Team Lucy by the end of the series.
That worked out. Putty in your hands.
What can I say? I like pale skinned blonde bimbos with big boobs. They're gorgeous.
Oh, why did that make you blush, Lucy?
When it comes to the story, I gotta admit, the show is at least trying to make some sense and find a balance between characters. They have this weird wind barrier trapped him in a train station to give the main evil guy a chance to escape and continue his plan. The plot is kind of working. It is really engaging to see our team be quirky and fun.
I'm leaving him in your hands. What did I say?
Hey! They ran off!
The equity in character. It's nice to see how mature and weird they interact with each other and other less fortunate bystanders.
There's no way he can use his magic in this condition.
If I force him to, he will!
Bad timing, huh?
This fourth episode story arc might actually be narratively cohesive, or even good, to normal shonen standards. There are some small things that really work, like Urza eating cake, which is something she enjoys in other episodes as well, or having Happy be actually useful for a moment in eternity, as he manages to get the Virgo key from the Daybreak Manor and give it to Lucy.
Look! How'd you get your paws on Virgo's key? Didn't anyone teach you that it's wrong to steal things?
Fortunately, Fairy Tail is made by a man of culture, and the design of Virgo was a bit rough on the eyes before.
She wanted to sign a new contract with you, Lucy. Great, I get a big ugly spirit.
And now we have a beautiful classmate, be the representative of the Celestial side.
for you.
So yeah, Happy was useful for once, and everyone is stunned by his initiative.
You're so smart, Happy! Why didn't you mention that sooner, silly kitty?
The wind barrier gets bypassed through chance and technique, not brute strength. Fairy Tail actually had the main characters use their brains and abilities to relieve an obstacle, and not just brute force or a comedic letdown. I like how Virgo calls Lucy Princess. It's such a fitting way to address a beautiful blonde bimbo like Lucy Harfilia.
Would you prefer I called you Queen? No. What about Princess? Oh yeah, that's more like it.
Princess, yeah, right.
Also, the battle between Natsu and that Aragorn guy was kinda cool. It didn't really rely on who is punching his opponent harder, like most other Fairy Tail fights do. It actually brought a bit of technique to the table. You see, Aragorn guy is using wind magic, which is capable of nullifying Natsu's flame, which adds an extra layer of pressure for our protagonist. He had to find a way to defend his opponent without just simply attacking him blindly. And of course, in typical anime fashion, the old man guildmaster, Makarov, seems to be a pervert.
There's some hot little numbers in this week's issue. Wow, young wizarding ladies are so much more powerful now than they were back in my day.
Nice to see we're keeping the stereotype.
Princess, I'll keep your panties from showing. You just worry about your own.
Oh, wow.
The only part that wasn't so hot is the World of Warcraft boss fight they had at the end. It felt tacked on and kinda necessary after such a character-driven, emotional moment.
All that build-up for this? Talk about going out with a whimper.